So basically another video, and what I've learned about psychology from basically reading articles online and watching videos, and also talking to an actual psychologist with almost 20 years experience. And that might sound ambiguous, 20 years, almost 20 years. That might sound like ambiguous, like how many exactly years, I don't remember, but it was very close to 20, like 17 or 18 years of experience, like solid practical experience, not just somebody who read books or studied courses, or just, was some kind of a theoretical psychiatrist who never cured anyone of anything. And the topic of this video is kind of like your sexual orientation, and I'm not gonna go in depth because I'm not a psychologist, so this is just what I learned, and I'm just sharing this in case it is useful to someone. From what I've learned is that sexual orientation can change depending on, and again, I want to preface this by saying that genetics do play a role. However, psychology also plays a role. The way you think affects how you behave. Because again, we can choose how we behave. That's the free will. We generate a thought and then we act on the thought. Or we choose not to act on the thought if the thought is like if we are aware. Like let's say I want to, somebody said something and I want to punch someone because of somebody saying that something. So you're aware of the thought and you stop. You're literally using your free will to stop. You don't punch someone. So when it comes to sexual orientation, it's also like based on experience and the way your perception has been shifted and changed because of your experiences. So in general, the more bad experiences and kind of cruel experiences you had with the opposite sex, the more you will have memories stored in your mind, and they will be just literally there. And every time something you see in present that reminds you of your past wound, like if somebody wounded you, like let's say the opposite sex wounded you in some kind of a way, and in present, and by present I mean literally now, as you're, cooking, walking, or driving, reminds you of the wound. If somebody wounded you, then it'll just, you're gonna be like, oh my god, it's gonna be like weird. You're gonna be remembering something terrible that happened to you, and that can affect your relationships with the opposite sex, and that is a very strong reason why there are women who were very male oriented, like they were attracted to males, and then they changed their sexual orientation to like they literally became lesbians. And the opposite is true with males. If male had like terrible experiences with women and stored loads of bad and again cruel memories, because there's some crazy things that can happen in relationships, like there can be fights, there can be psychological torture, like mental torture, physical torture. It's just like that's why you have psychopaths, and that's why you have also narcissists and Machiavellians, which is a dark triad, by the way. But that's literally how the memory is shaped. And by the way, a guy was pissing as I was walking to my left, but anyway, and I was talking about sexual orientation. Anyway, that aside, that's the thing about the memories, because it's, you, whatever happens to you, that's a memory, and whatever meaning you give to the event, it will depend. Whatever meaning you give to the event will create how you look at life in a certain level. So if, let's say, a male walked constantly to a woman, to women in general, not just one woman, and constantly got positive memories, then he's much more likely to have like just great memories while being around women. Like he will be more likely to be attracted to women in a sexual way than to a male. So he will not be gay. But yeah, the thing about memories, that's what some psychologists really say. They say that we are nothing but memories. Like you delete a memory, you're done. Who are you? Who are you without your memories? Imagine if you didn't have memories. Imagine if all our memories were deleted and other memories were implanted. Let's say a freaking movie was implanted in our heads. How many megabytes do we have in terms of memory? Somebody Google it. You will find out. And it's important to have great memories, positive memories, happy and joyful memories. I would invite everyone to take a dark triad test, which tests for your narcissism, psychopathy, and Machiavellianism. And if anything is above 40, I would actually say if anything is above 30, you should start thinking, okay, I should start looking at my behavior and compare it with, let's say, more people with less of the dark triad traits. Because for example, psychopathy is like very, very it's like, wow, what the hell is that? But it's kind of like you have less fear, as far as I've came to know. And so lots of the warriors, army people, they're psychopaths. Doesn't mean they're like 100% psychopaths. On the scale, they're like, could be like 20, 30, maybe 40% psychopath. That doesn't mean they're like super serial killers and they kill innocent people. But that alone can can be devastating, because let's say somebody has 90% of psychopathy, and by the way, these are not just random numbers. It's like a really sophisticated test with a full questionnaire, and depending on how you answer the questions, your scale of dark triad goes up or down. And when it comes to also narcissists, they believe they are entitled to more than everyone else. They have like huge egos and will put other people down, like let's say on a social media post, or a group of people down. Like this is what I've been taught by the psychologist. And you can check out the psychologist on toknowmyself.com. And he has like loads of great information. And also before coronavirus, like he had tons of followers, like on his website, like 500, what was it, half a mil or a mil traffic on his website. You can say followers. I just said followers because it's kind of like the word that popped in my mind. But anyway, that's about the memories, sexual orientation, and dark triad.